I understand. Okay. So when do you go to bed? Does it matter for physical performance and stuff like this when you go to bed?
Yeah, going to bed early matters for the hormone balance in general, for feeling energetic in the morning. I go to bed at 9. It's harder in summer because the days are longer, but you can close the shutters and
Yes.
still go to bed. um,
So when do you wake up then in the morning?
I usually wake up naturally at 5:30 or 6 a.m. Yeah.
Great. So how is you say you're working out a lot right now. How is your workout routine now? Or how was it before? Like, do you train like every day for 2, 3 hours, or how is this for you?
I haven't checked the numbers, but usually I go for a ride.
Okay.
Usually 1.5 hour, and
Okay.
minimum is probably 1 hour, and the maximum is I don't know. The maximum is the sky.
Okay. Yes.
4 hours with my bike club. That's once a week,
Okay.
and usually I go easy or endurance pace, but sometimes I go hard. I take a whole climb. It can take 30 minutes to 1 hour, and go full gas. I'm sweaty like that, and feels good. This is how you make
Great.
muscles, by using your legs.
Perfect. Do you do any other things besides bike? Do you do, I don't know, any hit workouts, any push-ups, anything else, or is it mostly bike?
Well, no, the fitness workouts like push-ups, etc. I tried that a little at the beginning, but I hate this kind of workout. I don't do it anymore. Maybe just once a year in winter when it's snowy outside, and maybe going to do some squats. Squats are okay. But no, I really dislike that. I'd rather go for a hike or run or ride. I love to hike also. It's amazing.
Perfect. So I would like to know how did your body change over the past 10 years after you go vegan? How did your health change? How did your life change since going vegan?
First, body. Well, initially I lost some weight
Okay.
going raw vegan, and then I gained a few kilos back because I gained muscles and a bit of fat from eating a bit more. But usually my weight was between 58 to 60 kilos on average.
Okay. Okay.
And my life, oh, mentally, I feel so amazing now. I was depressed before, not
Okay.
clinically depressed. I didn't go to any physician because I didn't want the pills. But yeah, the mood has improved so much, and my period has it was 5 days before, and now it's 2.5 days or 3 days, and that's it. So that's more practical. What else? I just feel great. I don't need anyone's approval now. The only thing that doesn't feel good is seeing all these people eating animals and not being able to do anything about it. The only thing we can do is inspire them and give them information, and then we cannot force them, sadly.
You also have, just so that I don't forget, you also have your own YouTube channel and Instagram channel where people can find you. Um, just tell me the names so that I will put it in so they will be able to find you and follow you.
Okay. I have English and French social media. So the English one is Sugar Made Me Lean on Instagram, Tumblr, and YouTube and Facebook. And the French one is Douce Frugalité, which means sweet fruitness.
Ah, perfect, perfect. So the same name you have on your YouTube channel.
Yes.
Perfect, perfect. Tell me one thing. Sugar made me lean. So, do you use people here in our country and in all European countries are really fearful of sugar? Of course, you said you eat bananas, you eat fruits, you eat starches, but do you also eat refined sugar?
Yes, I do. I always did. Even at the beginning, when I was a raw vegan, I added sugar in my smoothies any kind of sugar. That's most affordable. Well, coconut sugar tastes the best, but it's too expensive.
Perfect. So, so you use also the white sugar, the white death everybody is fearing.
That's so wrong. It's just pure carbohydrates. What's the deal?
Perfect. So, how much do you use it per day, and in which case do you use it? Do you like force yourself with it, or you just add it when you know you're going to ride a bike or do things on a computer? How is your protocol with using sugar?
Mhm. Well, 3 years ago, I just did an experiment just for the sake of doing it for YouTube. So I
Okay.
forced myself to eat 500 grams of sugar, to add 500 grams of sugar to my diet every day for a month. And I didn't gain any weight, not a gram. And I was feeling great. I was less hungry actually because sugar decreases satiety. All the body wants is carbs, water, some vitamins, and only the rest, comes like a bit of protein, a bit of fat, a bit of all the things. But sugar is the most important one. Yeah.
So
Um,
let me just repeat that again. You ate every day for an experiment. You added 500 grams of sugar,
yes.
half a kilo.
Yes, the first thought. So I was just adding the sugar in my water, stirring it and drinking it between meals. It was the easiest way to eat it, or adding it to my smoothies or to my sauces. Just difficult, huh? Because I'm happy with 200 grams, and then I don't want it anymore. Yeah.
So it actually satisfied your appetite. So do you ever work with clients like one on one or something like this? Just because I want to ask you something about it. Have you ever coached anybody in this lifestyle?
I coached people on my French social media, yeah, but I don't do it anymore because what they give them is enough. I mean, they have the ebooks, all the information is there, and I want to give some work to the dietitians. There's some vegan ones out there, and they can coach these people with uh, their particular illnesses, because people's illnesses are not my responsibility. And I don't want people to rely on me for their illnesses. No, they can try this lifestyle, but I'm not going to give them any medical advice. I just want to draw the line.
Perfect. Okay, I understand.
Anyway,
But yes.
I'm not done with the sugar, if you don't mind.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Just tell it. Sorry.
So, beside this experiment, usually I eat, I don't know, sometimes 0 gram when my food is tasty enough, but when the fruit is not sweet enough, or when in some cases, yeah, I add sugar. It can be syrup, it can be any kind of sugar, it can be brown sugar, white sugar, any kind of syrup. And yeah, so it's 50 grams or 100 or 200. I rarely go over 200 because I don't want that much sugar. I'm already satisfied with this high carb, low fat diet. So 80% carbs, 10% lipids, and 10% protein. And then when you add so much sugar, then it becomes a 90% carb diet.
Yes, yes. Uh, I have a question. So, when you were coaching people and stuff like this, a lot of times when people come to this lifestyle, they come from different reasons. Like you came for animals and stuff like this, but a lot of people comes when they are desperate, like desperately trying to lose weight or trying to heal something, and they don't understand that if they were starving themselves, because let's face it, when you are on a diet, you starve yourself, that when you add sugar and when you go on a high carb, low fat diet, you will gain weight initially. Did that happen to you at some point, or to some of your clients? And how was this for them or for you?
It didn't happen for me, but I know
Okay.
it can happen to some people because their glycogen reserves are depleted. They are so low, so they have to gain weight from water retention and glycogen, and that's not fat. So it can happen to some people. There's people who do keto diets or very restrictive diets. But for normal people who already eat normally and suddenly they want to eat better, they will lose weight immediately. Because first, they don't know about the caloric density of foods, that they might undereat at the beginning and drop weight like most of them do. Plant-based doctors will say that too. Some people go vegan and they hope it's going to make them lose weight, but they smash the fatty things. They're very tempting and easy to find now. I also
Yes.
eat, by the way. I can eat this nice fatty ravioli or these vegan ice creams, but as I say on my social media, I eat them, but only one serving and then stop. It's tasty. You have to control yourself. But you don't have to control yourself with rice and peaches, etc.
Yes, so it is different when you eat like very fatty things mixed with carbohydrate. Your hunger signals are just like not, uh, they're not. How would I say? They're not starting. They were doing. I don't know if you heard about it, but there's a really interesting documentary online, Fat versus Sugar. Did you watch it? Maybe.
There are many of them, but I didn't watch this one.
This one is really interesting. They have two twins. one was um, one was doing the full-on ketogenic, high-fat, low-carb, low-protein diet, and the other one was doing high-carb, low-fat diet. And he was allowed to eat as much sugar as he wanted, also refined sugar, jellies, stuff like this. And the interesting thing that happened after this experiment was that they both lose weight, but the keto guy lost a lot of muscle, and he had no energy whatsoever. He felt really, really bad, and he actually became pre-diabetic. So his insulin resistance was very bad. And the other guy, he also lost weight, but a little bit of weight, like it's normal, not too fast. And he was feeling much better, and he really improved his insulin resistance. So his insulin resistance was lower. And in that movie, they say actually that if you feed rats a combination of fat and sugar, they just eat all day. They can't stop eating. The signal from hunger, the hunger drive is constant. But when you eat them just like high carb things, they eat and then they are satisfied. And this is what is happening for us. So we eat quite a lot, but after we are finished, we don't want to eat anymore. Yes?
Simple. And as you said, the mix of sugar and fat is too stimulating for us humans. Like we cannot resist it. It limits the exposure. And yeah, the problem with sugar's reputation is that in people's mind, sugar equals donuts or chocolate, which are very fatty actually.
Yes, exactly.
When they say I quit sugar, it means I quit the fatty desserts. This is how I call them, fatty desserts.
Exactly. And that's why they lose weight. Yes. So this is very important to say. Yes. So another thing that I wanted to ask you is, what would you advise for somebody, let's say, they somebody that is interested in changing their diet or changing their life, what would you advise them to do? Like which documentaries to watch, what to do on a daily basis with their diet and with their fitness, what kind of people to hang out? What would you advise them?
Oh, lot of questions.
Sorry.
Sherry, maybe watch What the Health. It's a good one. Or Forks of a Knife. That's for just the basics. Eat plant-based, and that's already a good start. And there are many people on social media who promote a high-carb, low-fat vegan diet now. It's not just me. You just type the right hashtag on Instagram and you find a plethora of them. HCLF, and then you have all the inspiration. You see nice plates full of not vegetables, fruit and starches, a bit of vegetables, tasty vegan Buddha bowls. Yeah.
Which are the people that you follow most or that you like their advice most? Who who do you think are the people that are most legit online and that they are famous for you?
Since the beginning, the first person I found that was eating this way was Freely. And I still love her work, and her advice is amazing. And she's mostly fruit-based, raw till 4,
Okay.
which works the best. This is what works the best for weight loss. Fruit for breakfast, lunch, and then have a clean dinner of starches. And then when you're done losing weight, then you can maybe eat a bit more fat or a bit more starches and find your right balance. And if you struggle eating enough, then maybe eat some more concentrated foods, like quit your black rice and have some white rice instead, yeah, and have some rice noodles. They're more concentrated. Or if you really struggle still and your stomach is too tiny, then have oats. They're concentrated, right? Or dates, because maybe not everyone wants to eat 8 bananas in the morning, so they can have dates. They're quicker to eat.